Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the channel, girlfriends. Today's video needs to be, I don't want to say short and sweet, but I want to get in here and get out of here. So our live chat is cut off. Mama just needs to do her job. I've been doing so much self-care today. I did some cleaning, I did some laundry, I woke up, I went to the gym, I made some tuna casserole. It was so delicious. I cleaned some crocs that were collecting dust on the side of my house, and I took a shower. I did hair removal all over my body, so I'm feeling like a human being again, and I'm just feeling so good. And I have to end my night with a manicure and a pedicure, and I think I'm gonna watch Pride and Prejudice, and I've been watching Harry Potter, so maybe I'll watch that. I'm not sure yet. The point is, we got some stuff to do, and I wanted to get on here and get today's reading finished while it's still daylight outside. So that's our introduction. There are 3 piles for you to choose from. We're tapping into what is the theme of your next romance going to be, the theme of your next chapter in love. I don't exactly know what that means, but I have a certain idea. This is what Spirit wanted to talk about today. So let's jump right in. This is a live stream, so the timestamps will be in the description box of every in the description box after the fact. However, I realize that sometimes you guys come in during the live and then you say, what pile are we on? So why don't we do something really fun? I do not like the Helvetica. I don't like the Helvetica font. I'm sorry. We don't have time. You cannot sit and scroll through all of these fonts right now. Times New Roman is fine. Do they have an EB? I love EB Gourmand. Bad. Do you guys have a favorite font? If you guys have a favorite font, tell me. No, they don't have EB Gourmand. Okay, fine. We'll do Times New Roman. Wait. Do they have like a typewriter? Let's see. What is Comic Sans looking? Oh, hell no. Okay, I think we want Courier New. Let's try it. Yeah. Okay. So that can be... Hold on, you guys. We have to do this. I'm doing this for you. So when it's time for your reading, when it's your pile, you can know, oh my god, she's doing pile number 1. Okay, there's 3 piles. You should have already chosen your pile, okay? So this shouldn't be getting in the way. Should we do another? Yeah, let's do that. Can I duplicate that? Yeah, I can. Perfect. Oh, that's a big black block at the bottom of the screen. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. Okay, we're going to try it, and we're going to see whether or not we like it. And if we don't like it, then we can always change it. All right, let's get into this shit. No. Well, where's that? Where's this? Hold on. I'm figuring stuff out. I just added. Okay. Color source 2. No, not that. I duplicated. Okay, but what about, what is, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like, you don't understand what's happening right now, but I need to, okay. What's that? What did I just, okay, delete that. I'm trying to, okay. This, did I? Oh, okay. So I didn't do what I thought that I did. Okay. That's fine. No. Okay. Hold on, divas. I just need a minute. Okay. Can I copy this? No? Yes, I did. Yes. Okay. I tried to duplicate this little black thingy, but I didn't duplicate it. I just like moved it. So this should go here. Why did that move? Okay. I'm figuring everything out. Remember when I started this and I said this had to be quick? Remember? Do you guys remember the beginning of this when I said it had to be quick? Now look at us. Okay. All right. She's a little... Why does it look like there's two? What did I copy? Delete this. Take this off. Okay. She's a little... There's a little glitchy. There's a little... No. What? I knew it. What did I just copy? Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know why that copied twice. How silly. Okay. Delete. Yes. Okay. Nope, not that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, this needs to go here. And then here. Bada bing, bada boom. Like that. That's kind of fucking humongous and hideous, actually. Yeah. Let's get her kind of cutesy, mindful, and demure. Shall we? Hold on, she's finding it. And actually, I think that she can just be like... No. Ugh. Because she doesn't... Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That'll work. That'll be fine. There is a weird glitch that's happening here, though. That's fine. Fuck it. Okay. All right, we figured it out. Yay, team. All right. Let's get into this shit now. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Oh my God. I just spent 8 minutes figuring that out, but that's okay because I am improving our reading experience. So we are tapping into the theme, and your time step is 8:18. That's hot. We're tapping into the theme of your next romance. And so I don't exactly know how the message is going to come out, but it's almost like if your next chapter of your romantic life was a book, what would the theme be? What are you getting from this? What are you like learning? What are you going to be experiencing? How is it going to be healing you? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Diva? Don't worry, because I'm going to make it make sense by the time that we're done with this. And let's just really jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so we got that. Bam. Now everybody coming in, they know that we're on pile number 1. Isn't that hot? Mommy's a good communicator. Okay, focus. So we have get out of your head. And the reason that I chose this adventurous little ambient whoop-de-whoop is because the energy that I'm getting for you, pile number 1, about the theme of your next romance is... This is something that's going to get you into your physical body. Okay, so I feel like you guys could be people who like romance for you could be something that you intellectualized a lot, right? You could have spent a lot of romantic, previous chapters and connections and whatever's thinking about it. What did this text message mean? Does he want to see me again? Is he going to text me back? Are we going to be together? What's going on? Okay. You also could be doing a lot of scripting, a lot of visualizing, right? There's a lot of mental energy that has been happening for you that you've been putting into your romantic life. You also could have been in a situation where you were doing long distance. So it was very mental in the way that you were talking with somebody on the phone or doing FaceTime dates and, different things like that, doing Zoom dates and, different things like that. So I feel like in your next chapter of romance, you're going to be getting out of your head and getting into your body. I feel like your next chapter in romance is going to be very physical. And I don't just mean physical in the 18 plus explicit way. I mean, your next chapter of life is going to be physical. Like, you're going to be out, you're going to be going on dates, you're going to be dancing. Okay. I'm definitely getting somebody here loves to salsa. Somebody here loves a little bachata. Somebody here loves a little merengue. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here loves to dance. They like to go out. They like to listen to good music. Okay, somebody really likes Mexican food here because now I'm getting like chips and salsa. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this energy of you being like out on the town and experiencing life and things being very physical. You're not sitting and wondering, is he going to text me back? I feel like in this next stage, in this next chapter of life, like this person that's coming into your life, you maybe have a specific person or you're, manifesting something completely new. I don't know. I'm not getting anything on that. But what I am getting is that you're not going to be in a connection where there's a lot of texting. You're not going to be in a connection where there's a lot of talking. Okay. So you or your person, both of you even could be people that have like high powered jobs in positions where you're working all the time or you're very focused, you have your own life, you have your own shit, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're going from this place to that place, and you don't have time to just be sitting and, texting all the live long fucking day. You know, those conversations where it's like, WYD, what are you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? You don't have that. The two of you are not going to have time for that, especially because I feel for you, pile number one, your next chapter of life is going to be very physical. It's going to be very busy. Like, you're going to have a schedule and it's packed. So in previous chapters, you could have been in a position where things were a little bit more laid back. You could have been in a position where some of you were unemployed. Okay. And this could be your current chapter, right? Where you're currently unemployed or you're currently manifesting employment or different things like that. So there's a lot of different scenarios that are coming through here. But overall, I just feel like in your next chapter of life, you are going to be a little booked and busy, not necessarily overwhelmed, but just in a position where you have shit to do, you have people to see, you have people to serve, you have places to go, you know what I'm saying? Some of you are going back to school, and I don't just mean like, well, maybe you are going back to school, but I mean like it's fall time, the fall semester is starting up, you've got different courses, you've got to study, right? So I'm just getting the energy of a woman who has a lot that's going on. So your physical reality, you're going to be very physically active, okay? Exercising a lot, going on hikes a lot, and different things like that. I'm just seeing you being very, very physically active in this next chapter of life. And I feel as though this relationship is also going to be something where you're very physically connected with this person. This is not someone that you're texting all throughout your entire day, but it is somebody who you're meeting for lunch on Wednesday afternoon, and you're meeting for lunch. I can't do lunch on Thursday, but I'm going to be free on Friday. And so that's when you guys are going to see each other, or you're going to go off and have a weekend together, at a beach the following weekend or in 2 weeks or different things like that. That's what I'm seeing. So in this next chapter of romance, you're going to be in a position where you're not in your head. And the message that's also coming through about being in your head is around like being in a position where in previous chapters, that energy of being in your head was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I stand. I don't know. I'm confused. Things are up in the air. I feel like your next chapter of romance is going to be clarity. Your next chapter of romance is going to be there's no confusion. Your next chapter of romance is you and I, we are together. We are in a relationship. We are in a commitment. We are doing this thing. I am all in. Okay. It's that kind of energy. So you're not going to be in your head because you're going to be in a connection with this person where you always know where you stand. You always know that you're on good terms. So I'm also getting a lot of really good communication. In your next chapter of romance, you're going to be a really good communicator and you're going to be dating a man who is also a really good communicator. So there is a lot of communication that's going on. There's a lot of being very clear about what you want, what you need, what you desire, where you're going, where you're headed, and this person, you guys are going to be on the same page, literally. In your next chapter of romance, you guys are on the same page, you're reading the same chapter, you're on the same line, you're reading the same, paragraph, you're reading the same word, you're on it, okay? You are on the same fucking punctuation. You understand what I'm saying? Like, down to the commas, there is clarity in this relationship and in this connection. There's no, are we gonna be together? Okay, you're following me? Let's pull some, okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have Unknown Gift, and this card is like the overall reading for the entire collective because I pulled 3 cards from this Oracle deck, which is really becoming one of my favorites. The guidebook for this deck is really good. It's really well written, and I like the interpretations in the cards that I've pulled so far. And it's the Animal Apothecary Oracle deck by Cara Elizabeth. So you might want to tap into that. But the card that we have is Unknown Gift. So I pulled cards and I was pulling for which card is going to be for which pile. And I got 4 cards that came out. So I took the first 3 and those would be the cards for the 3 piles. And then the 4th card left over was Unknown Gift. And so I said, we're going to count this as the underlying energy. So it's something that's going to give us insight into each of the piles. So the Unknown Gift card in this deck is actually about... It's about having a vision, and it's a really huge blessing. So I'm actually going to read a little bit from it because the way that it's written is really beautiful. Unknown Gift. The Nightingale card comes when you have a profound gift that you are not currently aware of. A great endurance of difficulties leads you to unveiling the diamond within. This card is a gem to receive. Feel honored. There is no other card that foretells such a bounty. This gift is beyond your wildest dreams, and you possess it. Your gift is something that every cell in your body yearns to self-actualize. It is one of your most exciting and fulfilling purposes. This card is not about fixing anything or giving you the perfect solution or guidance to a current obstacle. You receive the honor of this card when grace allows you a small knowing that there is an as yet undiscovered talent within. It may take months or years to reveal this gift, but it is there and it will come to you as clear as the noonday sun, something your truest self has always longed to actualize. So basically, I feel like, I'm not reading the rest of it, but that's the most relevant part. Basically, you were in a period. The card continues. The message continues and it talks about being in a period of uncertainty, and then that gift will come and shine and it will be all be worth it. I feel like your next chapter in romance is going to feel like that, okay? Your next chapter in romance is going to feel like it was a rainy, cloudy, murky, gunky day and the rain cleared, and the way that you feel, the way that things smell so fresh and so good and so rejuvenated after a big heavy rainstorm has moved through you. So I feel like you've been going through some rainstorms in your romantic life. In your next chapter, there's this energy of clarity, and I feel like the relationship that you are manifesting is this relationship, this energy, and this connection that you have been asking for, that you have been praying for, that you have been seeking out. Like it said, this relationship and this desire to be loved is not just some random thing that you want. It's something that you have been called to experience. It's something that you want and desire on purpose. It's a part of what you have been created to live out and experience. And so I feel as though this relationship is going to bring you this like level of fulfillment on a soul level. It's not just, oh my God, I'm in a relationship and I have a boyfriend and it's superficial. There's something about this relationship that's not superficial. There's some people who just want the relationship and they will take the first person that offers them to be married because they just want to be a wife. They will take the first person that just offers them to be in a relationship because they just want to be a girlfriend, because they just don't want to be single. Are you understanding what I'm saying? This relationship and connection is going to be fulfilling to you in a way where it feels like home, and not your childhood home, but it feels like home to your soul. It feels like coming back home to something that you've never experienced before. It feels like coming back home to something that once was just an idea, getting out of your head. Again, going back to that energy of like something that you script for, something that you tapped into, something that you visualized, something that you had dreams about, something that you thought. It was like you had an idea and a concept of a romance and a love and a feeling. And this was something that you had to have faith in because you didn't have physical proof, or you didn't have a relationship that looked like the relationship that you wanted, or nobody in your family had that, or your previous people didn't treat you in that way. And so this relationship, this next chapter is going to be this like fulfillment and this like satisfaction and this like relief, okay? This like Goldilocks energy of something that just feels just right. So I feel like you had previous relationships where it's like that Goldilocks story of this bed is too firm and this bed is too soft, but this is just right. There's something about this relationship that's going to be just right. The way that it unfolds, the way that this person treats you, the way that the two of you communicate, the way that there's clarity, the way that there's understanding, the way that the two of you are compatible. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. I heard a weird fucking noise in my house and I was like, what the fuck is that? Anyway. Okay. So I feel like this is going to be the fulfillment of something that you've wanted, something that you've felt intuitively that you were always meant to have. And so you're going to feel this feeling of like satisfaction on a soul level. It's like when you have a craving for a specific food and you finally get that food that you want and you're like, oh, that hits the spot. Your next chapter in romance, you're about to be in a relationship that you feel hits the spot. It scratches the itch. Okay, pile number one. So that's what I am seeing for you. If you want more help and support from me on this journey, I'm currently offering readings. I have courses, I have digital journals, I have meditations, I have 1,000,001 different things that are all made to support you and help you, whether you're manifesting this amazing love or you're manifesting your next job or manifesting an increase in your income, whatever it is. I'm here to support you. So click the links in the description box, check that out, click around and play on my website and, choose the best offers that feel right for you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way down to my website. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Oh my freaking goodness. Ugh. Not me muting the mic and it not unmuting. Hold on. Okay, here we are. Pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We are tapping into the theme of your next romance. And basically, we're looking into what's coming next for you in love, and we're looking as if your romantic life was a book. And when we're talking about the theme, it's kind of like, I don't know how to fucking describe it. I described it really good in pile number 1. Okay, so just listen and you'll get the fucking message. Okay, we're looking at like, how are you healing? How are you changing? How are you evolving? Okay, we get it. And I have to change that to pile 2. All right, let's jump in. So, pile number 2, you chose the octopus, which says evolve into your complexity. And I was going to say creativity. So, creativity is a really big theme here for you and your next level of romance, where basically I feel like the theme of your next chapter of romance is, it's not just about creativity, but it's also about like your multi-dimensional self. The theme of your next relationship, you're gonna evolve with this person. And you're gonna be wearing multiple different hats. And the example that's coming to me is like being a mom and also working. I'm not saying that in your next chapter I'm seeing you become a mother, even though you can, whatever. But this is just the example that's coming through to express the energy. I feel like, like when you're a mother, you are nurturing your kids and making sure that your kids are fed and like packing their school lunches. And also, you're a working woman. And so you're dealing with the projects and the things that you have going on in your job. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you wear multiple hats. You're a certain woman at home with your children. You're a different woman at home with your husband. You're a different woman in your job where you're leading yourself. You're a different woman with yourself when it comes to your own goals and different things like that. So it's like, I'm seeing you embracing your like multi-dimensionality in your next chapter of romance. This doesn't just feel like it's your romantic life. It feels like kind of similar to pile number one. Like your romantic life is going to be one thing of many other things that you have going on. And this person is going to help bring out so much of your multidimensionality. This person is going to inspire you to get back into writing. This person is going to inspire you to pick up your camera again. This person is going to inspire you to do 1,000,001 different things. Evolve into your complexity, your next chapter in romance. This person is going to I feel like they're going to teach you something, but I'm not getting that they're teaching you something like they're your educator or you're like, it's not that. It's not like the two of you are in the kitchen and they're teaching you how to cut an onion. It's not that. It's not so literal. But you're learning lessons about yourself from this connection. You're learning lessons about who you are. You're learning lessons about who you can be. You're learning lessons about what's available for you. And in previous chapters, you could have felt like you could only be one woman in order to be in a relationship with a man. It's almost like you felt like you were like typecast. You had to be typecast in love. You could only be a businesswoman in a relationship with a man. And he would always only see you as a businesswoman, and he would treat you too independent because you have your own money and you're financially independent. And so he wouldn't take care of you and he wouldn't love you and he wouldn't nurture you because your role was being the independent businesswoman. And it's like this person is going to inspire your multi-dimensional way of being where you can be that independent businesswoman and you can also be a woman who needs her man to show up for her and protect her and make her feel safe and make her feel loved and allow her to be soft and feminine and receptive. You're going to be in a relationship with a man who can honor your leadership, honor the way that you are committed to your goals, the way that you are ambitious, the way that you respect yourself, the way that you respect your dream, the way that you go after shit in your career, and simultaneously in those moments when you feel vulnerable and sad and heartbroken, whether it's about something that's personal or something related to your career, he's going to be there for you. And I kind of get the feeling that pile number 2 is the kind of woman who she doesn't want to be pitied. And so she could definitely struggle with allowing herself to receive help and allowing herself to receive support, because it's like, I don't want you to look at me like I'm a charity case when I'm capable and I'm competent and I can do all of these things, and like I don't need your help. And this person is going to, the way that this man is going to love you, he's going to make you feel like it's okay for you not to have everything together, and you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders by yourself. You're going to be a million different things in this relationship, but every single one of those are you. You have multiple different aspects to your personality, and they are allowed to shine. And this person doesn't want you to dim that. This person doesn't want you to pretend to be something that you're not, or pretend to be less of who you are in order to love you. Okay, let's pull some more cards. The theme. Spirit, what is the theme of pile number 4 of Wands? The Lovers. This could definitely be the person that you marry, your next chapter of romance, because 4 of Wands is celebrations, engagements. The Lovers is major arcana. It's a major soulmate relationship. This is someone that's going to be your life partner. I feel like in previous chapters you were showing up and feeling like, who do I have to be, and what parts of myself do I have to hide, and what parts of myself do I have to pretend don't exist in order for you to accept me? What parts of me get to be amplified, and what parts of me have to be hidden away so that I can keep this love, so that you can want to be with me, so that you can want to like show me off. You know what I mean? And this person in your next chapter is going to be your partner who's also so proud of you, because this 4 of Wands, it technically could be like a wedding, like that looks like, I don't know what that's called, but like basically like the thing that you get married under, it kind of looks like that. But to me, it also looks like 2 people winning like at the Olympics or something. So I feel like your next chapter of romance is going to be like, the theme is going to be a man who having a love where you are seen and you are celebrated and you are like boasted about. This man is going to be so proud to have you and all of your different sides and all of your different ways of being. He's going to be so proud to have you. And he's going to like talk about it, and he's going to like share it. And I feel like I just get the feeling that you have spent so much time hiding away. Being in relationships or connections where you felt hidden. And they're showing me that TikTok sound. I'm not ashamed of you. I just don't want anybody to see you. So you definitely could have felt like there were relationships and connections where you could be seen but not heard. Or you weren't seen, you weren't claimed, you weren't acknowledged, you weren't committed to. And the theme of this next chapter is being loved and being accepted and being celebrated and being adored for who you are. You might want to go listen to the song Adore You by Miley Cyrus. In it, she says, when you say you love me, no, I love you more. When you say you need me, no, I need you more. Boy, I adore you. Okay? So that's the kind of energy and vibe that I'm getting. Evolve into your complexity. Not only is this person going to see how multidimensional and multi-talented and just like you're a woman with a lot of different interests. You're a woman with a lot of different gifts. You're a woman with a lot of different skills. He's going to see this and he's going to feed into this. It's kind of like, I get the energy that you had relationships and connections with someone who like, or people in the past where it was like, you know, I'm career oriented, just like you're career oriented, but I don't want to have kids. So if we're going to be together, then, you know, our family is just going to be you and me and like maybe a dog. Or the opposite spectrum of a man being like, I want a wife and I want someone to raise my children, but I want to stay at home wife. And so if we're together, then I want to be the main breadwinner and I want you to stay at home with the kids, you know? But with that energy of partnership, it's like you're going to be in a relationship with a man who is committed to making it work. You have your job, you have your career, you have your business, and we want kids, so we're going to make it work in whatever way we need to make it work. And I'm going to figure out if I can work from home more days, and if I can do this and this and this, and maybe I can get a remote position at a different company, and like all of these other things. It's somebody who wants to work with you and somebody who wants to support you and somebody who wants to cheer you on. Like the theme of your next romance is being in a relationship and a connection with someone who sees you and is your number one fan. Like they are in the front row and they're cheering you on and they are believing in you in everything that you do. And they're like looking at you with this, like, they're looking at you in awe. They're in awe of how brilliant you are. They're in awe of how amazing you are. They're they're starstruck by you and they feel like you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I feel like in previous relationships or connections or whatever, you just felt like people were like trying to hold you back or something. And the theme of your next chapter in love is being in a relationship with somebody who catapults you forward, somebody who encourages you to get outside of your comfort zone, somebody who encourages you to be seen more, somebody who encourages you to be exactly who you are and your like uniqueness. And this is somebody who like will stand up for you and will defend you. And like the theme of your next relationship is being loved with conviction. This is not somebody who is going to be persuaded by the opinions or thoughts of others. Like, I feel like to them, that's the stupidest thing in the world. This is someone who is going to love you so much. And I really would hate to be somebody who didn't like you and be in the presence of this person, because they love you so much and they feel so protective over you, but not just who you are, like not just protective over you physically, like they want you to be safe, but they feel protective over you mentally and emotionally and like spiritually. You don't say negative, terrible shit about my girlfriend or my wife or the woman that I love, because I actually think that she's so amazing. Okay. So that's the vibe, pile number 2. Comment down below. Tell me, are you claiming this? And be sure to click the links in the description box, because I'm currently offering personal readings again. I have digital courses and meditations and just an abundance of resources that are available to help you and serve you and support you. So definitely click around in the description box. And yeah, I would love to support you even further. Okay, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way to my beautiful website. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. And today we are tapping into next in love. What is the theme of your next relationship and connection, if it was a book, if it was a movie, what are the major themes of how you're going to be, what you're going to be experiencing, your growth and expansion, okay? So tapping into your energy, pile number 3. I feel like the theme of your next romance, I feel tired. I feel sleepy. And so this is communicating to me like nervous system regulation and calm and security and trust. The theme of your next relationship is being with a man who is safe. The energy feels tranquil and calm. I feel like you're always, it's like there's this ever-present energy of safety and security, where even if you have moments where your old fears and your old stuff is triggered, which that happens in relationships, you're still going to know underneath it all, there is this feeling of safety. And this is one of those things where it's kind of like, if you know, you know. I have experienced this, not like in a romantic relationship, but just in general in my life, specifically like in dreams, where I might be having a whole bunch of chaotic shit that's happening in a dream, but then underneath all of it, like I feel calm and I feel okay. And I know that I'm okay. So I'm not saying that there's going to be chaos in your connection. I'm saying there's an emphasis on peace and there's an emphasis on trust and there's an emphasis on like leaning on this man and like falling into his arms. And I just feel like this is going to be a man who his presence makes you feel safe. And they're singing a song sung by Lady, I think it's a song by Lady Antebellum, or they changed their name to Lady A, bitch, I don't know. But it's a song, yeah, it's a song called I Run to You, and it's by Lady A or Lady Antebellum, so go and listen to that song, because that's basically the energy and the vibe. Like, I feel like I could cry right now. And I feel like the theme of this relationship is gonna be crying tears of like joy and gratitude. I finally found you. That's another song. It's by the Alabama Shakes. It's called I Found You. It took a long time. I traveled a long way to find you, but I finally found you. Go listen to that song. Okay, so I looked at the lyrics of the I Run to You song. This world keeps spinning faster into a new disaster, so I run to you. So basically, go listen to the song. Maybe it'll resonate with you and you'll receive messages from it. But I get the energy and I get the feeling of this person, like, just being your safe space, being someone who is reliable, being someone that you can count on, just to be there. And you're always going to trust this person. Like, you know how sometimes you can look at someone and you can look into their eyes and you know that they are like a pure-hearted, good person. It doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen very often. Sometimes we have our own fears and traumas and different things like that. It doesn't mean everybody's evil and bad, whatever. There are some people, you look at them and you know that they're a good person and they're going to do right by you. And I feel like that's what you're going to feel and that's what you're going to know with this person. I feel instantly. Pile number 3, I don't think that this is somebody that you know. I'm getting that strongly. I don't think that this is somebody that you've met, because what I feel is that from the minute that you meet this person, from the minute that this person asks you out, from the first times that you're talking with this person, from the first time that you go out with this person, you are going to know and you're going to feel that you can trust this person. And it's like this trust and this safety and security that, like, it permeates into you, through you, into your aura. Like, if you had met this person, then you wouldn't be watching this reading, because you would be in a place of so much confidence and so much security and so much knowing, you wouldn't even be thinking about next in love. It's like, I know that this is it. And I feel this energy, this like tranquil energy, this peaceful energy, this energy of being sure, this energy of like your nervous system being safe and secure and you feeling supported. This person is going to leave no room for doubt, no room for questioning. It's kind of similar to pile number 1. But there's an emphasis on how you're going to feel. I have to get the guidebook, if I can freaking find it. 15, Vulture. Vulture sustains her life by living off that which is dead. She does not interfere by bringing a quicker death to her prey. Instead, she allows it to endure what it must, and its suffering ends in its natural time. This mirrors back to us the importance of patience. There is a profound lesson in the name of the turkey vulture, Cathartes aura, meaning golden purifier. They indeed purify the landscapes by removing decomposing carcasses that could spread disease and harmful bacteria. In the same way vulture cleanses the land, suffering purifies the heart from and removes the veils of ego. Okay. So I feel like this person is going to be so loving with you and so kind with you and so nurturing with you. And I think that this person is going to love you in a way that you've never been loved. This is somebody who is ready to be loved. And this is somebody who is ready to be in connection and ready to be in a relationship. And so what that means is, I feel like you are the person. Well, we can all get triggered in relationships, things happen. But I feel like there could be moments where you pull away from this person or you get triggered and you have to work through that. And I feel like this person is going to hold space for you and is going to listen and is going to support you through that. The theme of your next chapter of love is emotionally fulfilling and emotionally mature love. I feel like you've prayed and asked for and wanted and felt called towards a love where you were supported in your own healing journey. People outside of us don't heal us, but they can support us in healing ourselves. They can show up for us in a way that makes us feel safe to be vulnerable and to let love in. They can help co-create an environment where we feel safe to be open and share and all of these things. And I feel like that's what this person is doing. He's not coming into your life saying, I'm going to fix you and I'm going to heal you and I'm going to do all of these things. But he's showing up as a man who is willing to do the work alongside you, willing to have those challenging conversations alongside you, willing to get a deeper understanding of you, willing to apologize when he's wrong. That card, this vulture card talking about like the death of ego. I feel like this is not someone who is egoic and like prideful. I feel like this is the opposite. I feel like this is somebody who, like I said, like wants love and wants connection and wants to be with you and is like, I am willing to change and I'm willing to show up and I'm willing to do things that accommodate you and I'm willing to show up in a way that you need, you know? Of course, as long as it aligns with his boundaries and what he needs and all this stuff. But there's a flexibility. And so this theme of your romance, I feel this is the beginning of your romantic relationship. It's him accidentally, you know, we can trigger people by being kind to them. Being triggered isn't necessarily about someone being mean to you and it reminding you of a terrible thing that happened in your past. We can be triggered if somebody is nice to us and then that's a foreign concept to us and we don't believe them because of the stories that we're telling ourselves about who we are and what we get to have. So it's like this person is going to trigger you with the way that they love you and the way that they're like gentle with you and the way that they're like slow moving with you. This is a very big like Taurus energy. This is a really big Taurus energy. This is a man who is intentional. A man who really just is willing to take his time and is not in a rush. This is not somebody who is in a rush to sleep with you. This is not somebody who is in a rush to be in an official titled relationship. This is somebody who wants to get to know you. This is somebody who wants to understand you. This is somebody who wants to, like, I feel like he wants to pick your brain. He wants to understand like who you are and where you come from and how you think and what you need and why you need that and why you feel that way and why you thought that I meant that when I said that. And this is someone who's going to see you and is going to act accordingly in alignment with what you've requested, in alignment with what you need, in alignment with how you feel and what you desire and what's alive within you. This person is going to come in and like slowly but surely help you heal these parts of you that still feel raw. Because of course there's only so much healing that we can do by ourselves, right? We can do so much healing when we're isolated. We can do so much healing when we're alone. But being in connection with another person, being in relationship with another person, that brings up certain things that wouldn't be brought up when we're by ourselves. And so shit's going to come up within this connection and in this relationship. And this is somebody who is going to help you move through that. And so the theme in this relationship is immense growth in the way that you're willing to trust a man, growth in what you're willing to expect from a man, and how safe you're willing to feel with a man, and how you're willing to like trust and rely on a man. And I just get this really big Taurus energy, this really big earth sign energy. Like earth sign men are so grounding and they make you feel so safe and secure because they're just there. And it's like taking your shoes off and putting your feet in the dirt. Or if you're like me, I'd rather put my feet in the ocean. But it's that energy. Putting your hand on a tree and being reconnected to this earth that we're living on. You know, when you're feeling overwhelmed emotionally and you're in your head and you're freaking out and you're wanting to come back into your body, and so you're starting to focus on, let me feel my toes, let me feel the sensations of my toes, and can I feel my calves? Can I feel my calf muscles that are flexing? Can I feel my thigh muscles that are helping me to stand, or that are relaxed, or that are flexed in this moment? Can I feel the muscles in my glutes? Can I feel my core? Can I focus on my in-breath, and can I feel my lungs as they're expanding and contracting? It's like, do lungs contract? I don't want to say collapse. It doesn't matter. But you understand what I'm saying. It's like those moments where we're brought back into our body. I feel like his physical presence is going to bring you back into your body, but not just his physical presence, but also like his voice, the things that he says, the way that he talks, the sound of his voice, and like the way that he speaks. People with Mars in Taurus. I have Mars in Aries, so my brain moves really fast and I typically talk really fast, and I have 1,000,001 different thoughts that are going on at one moment in time. And so I'm going like one thing after the next, and I can talk so much and then have to take a really deep breath afterwards because I'm out of breath, because it's just everything has to get out right now. People with Mercury and Taurus, when I watch YouTubers that have Mercury and Taurus, I sometimes have to put their videos on 2x speed because I'm like, oh my goodness, you're talking so slowly. But when you're having a moment where you're feeling anxious and you're feeling unsupported and you need to be calmed down and you need to be soothed, that's actually what you need. You need to slow down. And so I feel like the way that this man is, and the way that he talks, and the way that he shows up, and the way that he listens, like, this is a man who thinks before he speaks. This is somebody who you'll be having a conversation with him, and you'll say something, and then he'll stop. And he'll think about it because he wants to find the right words. This is a man who's really thoughtful. And then he'll give you his answer. This is not somebody who can be rushed. And the pace that he moves, it's not like, oh, I'm pulling back. Oh, I'm not moving forward. We'll move forward with the relationship when I want to move forward. It's not like that. There is a steady forward movement and pace. There is a steady forward movement and pace. We know the direction that the relationship is going in. He shows up consistently. There is a steady forward movement. But it's not rushing. It's not overwhelming. It's not, let's go here and we just met and let's do it on the first night and different things like that. It's slow and it's steady. Okay. This is the kind of person who he probably is not going to kiss you on the first date. Even if he is so attracted to you and different things like that. That's not what he wants. That's not his intention. That's just not where he is in his life. He wants to take his time. He wants to understand you. He wants to make sure that he's expressing himself, his true self. And you're going to experience so much growth from this relationship and connection. So that is absolutely beautiful. And if you want more support manifesting this, then you should definitely check out the offers that I have in the description box. I'm currently offering personal readings again. I have digital journals, I have meditations, I have courses, I have a whole bunch of offers that are meant to support you. So click the links in the description box for the things that sound good to you, and I will see you there. Okay? I love you guys. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you in the next video.